Nah.
That's the perfect way to welcome back this podcast after like what was what was that, like a
It's
couple
been
months probably?
it's been at least a month and a half.
Yeah, I mean we've both started new jobs and been busy, so it's been like getting back into the swing of things, and now I think we should be good to go. But what better way to return than on episode 50? I think that's a good little milestone. It wouldn't be. I think this is going to be a special episode because it's like, we do enjoy the episodes where we get very upset about stuff. So, for the 50th episode, let's just spend the whole episode doing that. Because there's a lot of shit to get angry about that we'll
Oh, is
get
that a
into.
haha giggle giggle?
It won't be in a little bit,
Well, again,
but
we will try to start recording more frequently again. We're just gonna have to start doing them at a different time than we used to. So,
yes. And like I said, I think today my topics, just because we always talk about it, are Twitch, and I wanted to talk about Halo. And then it's been a while, not to belittle it or sweep it under the rug, but we'll talk about the whole Blizzard situation because you kind of can't not talk about that. And then something that they're doing is damage control that we just think's kind of stupid and almost counterintuitive. This was something that Vitch brought up to me, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of a good point. So
right. And then the only thing I'm just gonna jump into right now, just because it's so fucking stupid, is China
wait, what?
cutting
Oh,
video game time to 3 hours each week for anybody under the age of 18. No, take a step back. Replay what I just said in your head. The Chinese government is cutting video game time for any people under the age of 18 to 3 hours per week, which also, it gets even worse, which means none during the school week.
yeah.
So
So
think about that for a second. We've
which
never
is
had it. We've never had a government do that.
what's also crazy about that too is that, like, I know there's a lot of like high profile professional gamers in like China.
China.
So it's like it seems almost kind of, so are they just trying to completely rid gaming as a whole? Because it's like that's going to undercut a lot of people who want to become
Yes,
professionals.
it will. It will fuck up anybody who wants to become a professional gamer.
Dude, it's official. I remember seeing the headlines, but is it actually official? Like it was put
Yeah,
into oh Jesus.
yeah, it's official.
Jesus Christ, it's so stupid.
So fucking stupid.
Dude, yeah, I
Like, oh
mean,
no, let's not solve the hunger crisis of our own country. No games though.
air quality fucking control problems they have over there where you literally can't see 2 feet in front of you.
China.
Jesus. Yeah, that
That's
that's
all I want to say
stupid.
about that. Just because it's just gonna make me mad. I don't want to talk about it. It's just so fucking stupid.
And they also they have their foothold in so many fucking game companies, with Tencent. So good one. I don't understand the backwards whatever. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. Thank you. In summary, just literally fuck them.
A good one. How to pretty much raise like the youth of that country, how to pretty much get them either completely brainwashed or pissed off enough to start like a riot or revolution when they get older, but we'll see. But what do you want
So
to?
do you want to do? Let's do Blizzard next, and then Twitch.
Okay, so we won't talk about like the main deals much because every editorial site out there, podcast, YouTuber, streamer has talked about,
Give us like a 2 sentence synopsis.
the state of California is, well, they've sued Activision Blizzard for multiple charges of sexual harassment and degradation towards their women employees, essentially.
Got it.
Like what did they call it? It was quote like a frat boy workplace or lifestyle or something like that was like the official term they used. But good one. Oh yeah, they also had a Bill Cosby themed like suite, also a pretty good one. But
Nice.
I think you can kind of put the pieces together just off that and see what the problem was.
Nice.
But hey, you know what? They're doing good. They're changing McCree. They're changing his name.
So for what Kevin is referencing is that in Overwatch, unless you've been under a rock or you've never played the game, one of the faces of the game, original character McCree, is the guy with the cowboy hat and the cigar in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he shoots a Magnum. He's one of the higher skill characters, in my opinion, to play.
Yes.
Most professionals can all. If you're a DPS professional, you have to have a McCree.
Yes.
But anyways, so the namesake for McCree came from one of these employees who's been
Under fire.
accused of sexual assault on workplace employees. And so what Blizzard has done is, in their mind, they're fixing the problem by changing McCree's name in Overwatch to something else, because that solves the problem. It has nothing to do with, hiring better people or actually having a leadership team that can instill values that are actually good. No, let's just change McCree's name because that'll show the optics that we care, right?
Yeah, it's damage control and piss poor damage control at that. There was also like a theory too, like you saw after the I don't know if you saw after the lawsuits started happening stuff, there was like Overwatch, like there were like a couple Overwatch 2 headlines coming out, and then like they released like the Diablo 2 remastered beta, and I was just like, is this them just trying? Granted, I don't know if they had the plans to launch Diablo 2. I didn't really keep up with it, but it's like, are they just doing this to like deflect the public eye into something else instead of this lawsuit? Because that wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. But it's like, I mean, you said it like best when you said changing McCree's name it's just bringing that situation back into light or something like that. I forgot how you described it.
Oh, it just to me, it's highlighting, like, look, hey, our employees fucked up, but rather than dealing with the core problem of a shitty leadership team that hires shitty people and holding those people accountable, we're just going to change the name of a character who has nothing to do with this at all.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, HR probably got paid big fucking bucks for that.
Also, I'm sorry, I have to jump back here. I'm just reading further into the China thing. So I'm just going to read from this article. It's from MSN News by Ben Gilbert. And it says,
sick name. Sorry.
Yeah, big. I almost said I'm done. China's biggest. This is from the article. China's biggest gaming companies. How do you pronounce it? Tencent.
Tencent. Yeah.
Tencent and NetEase are imposing the restrictions directly through their respective login systems.
Holy fuck.
Users are only able to log in using their real name, and all online games must be registered through China's state-run anti-addiction program.
Wait, what?
Think about that for a second. So if you want to play games in China, you have to log in with your actual name. So there's no whatever our
like
stupid
tag,
coom names. Yeah, our coom names from Valorant.
Yeah, big old fat coom.
Yeah, there's none of that. You have to log in with your real name. Thus, China, the literal government of China is tracking if you're playing more games. And it sounds like they will literally shut down your account until you're allowed to play again.
So what was the one? Jesus Christ, that's pretty nutty. What was the part you said? Like you had to register through like the gaming addiction. What is that? I don't know if the article says anything about that, but that stuck out to me.
So China has the Chinese government, not China. Again, I want to make it very clear. I have nothing against the Chinese people. Fuck the Chinese government.
Yeah,
that's
what we
nothing
mean.
against the people.
To reiterate, when we were like, fuck them. It's not, fuck the Chinese people. It's fuck the Chinese government.
It's fuck the Chinese government. But anyways, China has had a huge push to try to curb what they're terming as gaming addiction since 2018. It just sounds like, and again, the way I'm interpreting this, China just doesn't like their kids doing this and not embracing very, very cultivated messaging, very, very controlled messaging, very, very controlled stories versus video games. You're exposed to, think about it, even in like Witcher, you're exposed to a bunch of different factions with political ideologies. Yep. And so China is sitting there saying, China. I'm just getting pissed the more I talk about this. This is something that you would see on like what was that show on Netflix, Black Mirror?
Yeah, that's literally what I was thinking. I was like, when you said you had to register with like your real name and it tracks you, I was like, okay, cool. So we're slowly approaching Black Mirror as a reality. Cool. Nice.
Like China, I know I remember reading this a while ago. China also has restrictions on how much in-game money can be spent by people under the age of 18. So like it's just this hyper control, which I mean fits the MO of the China government.
You're gonna get a fucking hit put out on us.
Oh! Wait, here's one more thing, and then I'll stop talking about this. It just pisses me off. So in this same article from what was his name, Ben Walter, what was it?
Gilbert.
Big Body Gilbert. It says in July, Tencent implemented a facial scan feature into its smartphone games as part of the Chinese government's monitoring of children playing video games.
So the phone will straight up scan your goddamn face.
Yes,
and it's
like keep track of your China.
It'll keep a track of your China. That's fucking nutty.
Dude, fuck the Chinese government, man.
Jesus Christ.
And this is just a side note, but like, obviously everybody knows TikTok is a Chinese company.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really funny to me if you really pay attention to a lot of your TikTok videos. A good chunk of them are straight up Chinese propaganda. Like they have somebody like talking about why China will ultimately end up as the supreme country, and like I'll intentionally just get on there and pick fights with the posters.
I've seen occasional videos like that, and I'm like, okay.
It's like who are you trying to convince here, man? Me or you? Because I'm not convinced about your shithole country.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
All I see
China.
on TikTok now is that weird fucking Russian dude dancing around to that Mickey Mouse Clubhouse remix. I'm like, dude, good one. Anyway. Yeah. So we'll probably touch back on the China thing again. Did you want to talk about anything more on Blizzard, or did you want to move on to our favorite purple website?
Just to recap Blizzard, it's just like, look, you guys fucked up, but rather than dealing with, the core issue and recognizing, oh, maybe we had really poor hiring practices, we had really poor this, really poor that. It's just like, no, let's just change this character's name.
Jesus. Damage control, man. They done did it. Speaking of damage control, let's talk about Twitch. And so I'll fill you in with some of the stuff that's been going on. So I don't know if you've been following Twitch. I don't think you have, because you're like, I fucking hate Twitch, I don't deal with it. But as of recently, there has been a massive increase in bot and hate raid accounts towards people of color, like the LGBTQ community. And essentially what I mean by hate raids is like bot accounts that get like, essentially, let's say there's like a black person streaming, they will get spam rated by a bot that will just bring in like hundreds of bot accounts that are just spamming like the N-word, like hard R's, and just like view botting them, which is against TOS, essentially like massively inflating their views and follower count. And it's a hassle for people to go in and remove those views, remove those followers, block everyone like that. It's a hassle to do that. And this has been happening for a while. And I've seen it happen to big content creators and small content creators. And, people have been asking Twitch like, hey, like, this is a massive problem. It's been a massive problem. Can y'all fucking do something to fix it? And like, that's where the hashtag Twitch do better came from. I don't know if you'd seen that around.
I had absolutely not seen it.
Okay, but yeah, essentially that's what the Twitch do better hashtag was like, hey, like, get better control of your site and like don't allow people to like do stuff like this. Like, and then it's like you'll get wrongfully banned because, if people are spamming that in your chat or whatever, by Twitch's TOS, it's like, oh, hey, like, this is your community, like, this is your chat, you're responsible for it, now you're in trouble. And it's like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, so that happened. And then today is September 1st, there was a Twitch boycott. Everyone did like a daily Twitch boycott. Not everyone, but a lot of big content creators took a day off of streaming from Twitch. Now, granted, some people were like contractually obligated to stream on Twitch. Some people still stream regardless they cared or not. Some people do it for a job. I don't care if you stream or not. Honestly, you do what you want to do. If you want to protest it, go for it. If you don't, that's fine. But it did cause like a little bit of a drop, like, on their website as a whole. So they went from, that in the past week they were surpassing 4 million viewers like concurrent, like at their website at all times, and today they just barely broke 3 million. So they did lose a lot of viewership off today's boycott, which, you know, a lot of viewership with Twitch's like money grubbing stuff. That's a lot of money that they lost today, I'm assuming. So, like I said, people will be back on it tomorrow. It'll be the same, but it was kind of more about sending a message, I guess.
Sick message.
Yeah,
That's dumb as fuck.
It's like I said, it's in the grand scheme of things, like, it's not gonna do anything. It's not like, you know, taking the boycott today is like canceling Twitch and everyone's moving on to something else. Like, I get why it was done, but like, not to shit on them, but it's like it was all for naught. Like, nothing's gonna change for a while. Everyone's just gonna go back to streaming it like nothing happened, you know. So it's kind of like, I get it, like, you know, like fight the power, but it's like you're just going back to it tomorrow, like. And then you got people who are like hating on people who still decided to stream today and like, oh my god, I can't believe you streamed it, like how could you? And it's like, who gives a fuck, man? Like, if people want to stream today and do their own thing, like fucking let them. Like, you're becoming what you're protesting against by just spewing hatred towards people who are streaming. So it's like, it's just this weird, convoluted, just I don't know what the fuck's going on or how to take it. Like, cool, I guess. I don't know.
Fuck Twitch.
So, you'll like this then. So, on other Twitch news, 2 very big Twitch streamers left Twitch and signed contracts with YouTube Gaming, like YouTube's live streaming, in the names of Dr. Lupo, who is a massive charity streamer. He raises, you know, thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars for St. Jude's all the fucking time. And then today, YouTube snagged Tim the Tatman, who I believe was sitting at the number 10 most subbed person on Twitch. So, and Dr. Lupo was also like a very highly subbed person too. So Twitch pulled lost two pretty big streamers like in consecutive days. So I'm wondering, shit, maybe they might lose more. Like, maybe there's other people who were gonna start making the switch. And like YouTube, it's the perfect time for YouTube to start pulling these people. Like, they're making amazing business moves, I think. Just being like, oh, hey, Twitch is in a shithole state right now. Let's start nabbing their big content creators. Like, from a business perspective, like, that's a smart move, right? Or,
I mean, I hate Twitch, so yes.
You're just like, if it affects Twitch negatively, then I'm in.
And again, it's very similar to my comments with China. Like, it's not that I hate every streamer and I hate the people that watch Twitch. I hate Twitch's management.
It is really bad.
I mean, I do think some streamers are ridiculous and need to be, like, you know, brought back to reality a little bit, but
yeah, but
fuck Twitch.
Twitch very clearly, they've always had a problem with it, and I feel like they always will, but it's like they play favorites like crazy. To the sense where, like, a random Joe Schmo streamer can get wrongfully suspended and good luck getting their account back, but God forbid, you know, we've talked about it before, one of their top streamers, like, shows their ass on stream. Twitch is just like, oh, hey, you're okay, we'll see you tomorrow, you know, thanks for all that money you brought us in today. And it's like, y'all are very clearly playing favorites, and y'all aren't even trying to hide it at all. And then
all I'm gonna say is that this boycott sounds like it was a massive failure.
Like, I mean, there was like a significant, I mean, it lost like 25% of its viewership across the site today. So it's like, in the numbers wise, that's decent. But in terms of doing something, I think it was.
If they lost 25% for a full week, I would say, yeah, you're starting to make a dent.
If it was a full week, then I would totally be like, damn, this is impressive.
But I mean, that's not going to happen because everybody needs Twitch. They need to get back on.
Yeah.
So good one.
Oh yeah.
Good boycott. Good 1 day boycott. We showed them.
True. I said
we showed them big.
I am very curious. I want to like keep an eye on that website that's charting like the viewership and see if there's like an even bigger spike that comes back or if it stays like a little lower. And obviously it's going to go back up, but I just want to see by how much. But speaking of shitty companies, you want to talk about Halo?
I mean, fuck Halo also. You know this. You're in, you're out, you're in, you're out, you're out, you're in. Where you at today, boy? You in or you out?
So, the most recent news. So, trying to remember where we were at the last cast. So Halo's been delayed. It has an official release date of December 8th, I believe now. And, free to play multiplayer, $60 campaign. Already kind of like okay. That's kind of cool. I was like, hey, we'll get the campaign, maybe boot up, play the game co-op with some friends. Hey, that's not a feature that's coming out at launch. So you can't co-op the game at launch. And if you're like, hey, I want to go into Forge and make some maps, that's also a feature that doesn't come at the game's launch. And if you're like, fuck it, I'm just going to go play multiplayer and just earn XP and level up, guess what? You don't earn XP from winning and playing games. You only earn XP from in-game challenges, which are probably like, get 20 kills, get this many splatters, like yada, yada, yada. And it's like, how the fuck are y'all releasing this game with so many very core features missing? I don't code video games, but I feel like putting an XP progression in multiplayer should be very easy. Like, just make it a set number, like MCC. You win a game, you get 10,000 points, and then 2,000 points if you get medals. Do something like that. Just make it static across the board until you can fine tune it. But it's like, you're really telling me that for $60 you get a single player campaign, no co-op, no Forge, and no XP at launch for multiplayer? Like, it's very obvious they are rushing to get this game out.
I mean, are you a day one buy?
So normally I would like, even though I have Game Pass, I got MCC on Steam. I'm not gonna pay for this game until it gives me reason to. Like, if the campaign kicks ass and they come back and they're like, oh hey, like, we're knocking the price down to 40 and there's co-op, I'll buy it. But it's like, if it's still nothing's changed up until December 8th, it's like, no, I'm not gonna pay for it. Because it's like,
this
dude,
could be the end of Halo.
It's like, and it's and so many,
which is I'm actually okay with. The story's gotten way off the rails.
And that's the thing I was excited for, was the story, because it looked like it was getting better. So I was like, hey, let's play it with, like, some friends. Like, we could do, like, you and me, or, like, maybe get Andy in. Like, all play it. It's like, cool, we can't fucking do that. Like, how? And, like, I keep seeing, like, a lot of, like, bigger Halo content creators and, like, sponsored Halo content creators. Just, like, they're always like, man, I can't wait for Infinite. Infinite's going to be so good, yada. And it's like, has 343 treated its community so bad that even all of this shit that we're not getting, we're like, hey, at least we're getting something, let's be happy, like we're finally getting it, even though it's only 10% of what it should be? It's like, have we been treated that fucking bad that this skeleton of a game looks good to us? Because Jesus,
I mean, it's not going to change unless the people, your Halo circle that you play with, the people you interact with, unless none of you guys buy this game.
I am very curious to see. That's the thing too, with it being free to play. I guarantee what's going to happen is it's going to have a massive, like, first day, first week, probably first month player count, and then it's probably going to have a severe drop off. Some games, they start high and then they kind of like gradually go down. I feel like Halo's going to start at a plateau and then just drop. Unless they can put out enough stuff to be like, hey, keep playing the fucking game. Like I said, it's very clearly this game's being rushed.
Yeah, that's not good. And honestly, I'm shocked that they went ahead and gave themselves a deadline of December 8th. Knowing that they're this far away from finishing it. Like, before they gave us a date, we all, I'm sure on one of my previous podcasts, I had probably even predicted holiday 2022 or something. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't anticipating it all during 2021 just because the optics were so clear that this game is nowhere near ready. So there was just no reason for them to say December 8th, 2021, and then now they're just going to release the game and have a Cyberpunk issue.
That's pretty much what I'm thinking is going to happen. Also, too, I think the reason they're trying to push it out is because it's, this year will be the 20th anniversary of Halo as a whole. So I think they're really trying to be like, hey, like, Infinite's coming out on the 20th anniversary. It's like, y'all are going to fucking butcher the 20th anniversary of Halo. Because, like, Halo's, and I saw someone on Twitter. This actually got me like fired up when I saw it on Twitter.
Make the cut.
Oh my god, I've actually been seeing more Skywind or Sky Oblivion videos and stuff like that, like developer shit. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't even
didn't make the cut.
I don't even watch them now because of that video. That pompous asshole like trying to talk all fancy, and it's like, cool, dude. Like, you fucking lick your computer monitor when you stop making that video. Like an idiot. No. But I saw this one take on Twitter. I don't remember who it was. Fuck him anyway. But like, he posted like it was like a picture of Halo ODST, and he was like, "Hey, this game was $60 at launch. Fun fact." Like trying to be like, "Oh, y'all are getting pissed at Infinite for being $60 at launch." Well, this game was, and it's like, okay, first
that's a hot take.
Okay, thank you. Like a lot of people are like yeah, like ODST was severely lacking, and I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I was like, it was
ODST had a whole campaign and it was co-op.
A whole campaign, co-op, had Firefight, which was massively replayable, and just for convenience sake, because it was a Halo 3 expansion, you got a Halo 3 multiplayer disc that had every DLC map on it. And this was at a time, this was I was talking to one of my friends about, you know, this was back in like 2008. If at that point, almost any game, unless it was like a dog shit game, even like mid-tier game studios, games released at $60 back then. Like there weren't these $30 and $40 releases that we see so prevalent like nowadays. Games were like any game was $60 back in the day. So it's like, okay, like your argument is, yeah, every game costs that much. We got a full-fledged, fleshed out campaign, co-op, firefight, multiplayer, and you're just like, well, this was $60, so why are you getting mad at Infinite? And it's like, okay. Yeah, why am I getting mad at Infinite? Like this, it was also kind of an open world game too, something Halo had never done before. But he's like, yeah, well, Infinite's campaign could be so much bigger. We don't even know yet. And it's like, exactly, we don't know. This game could be fucking tiny.
But it won't.
I just remember
it's not gonna be bigger. You know that it's not. They don't have the budget for this.
Like I said, I remember seeing that tweet and like I got so fired up because I was like, oh, you're not a very smart fucking person, are you? Trying to be like, oh yeah, man, people are gonna see how big my brain is, how big and smooth it is. Fucking idiot. I said, I don't even give a shit who did. I'm not gonna look him up on Twitter because he doesn't deserve any sort of fucking promotion.
Well, all I'm gonna say about Halo is that, you know me, like I'm a tried and true co-op player. I suck ass online.
We've played the Halo co-op campaigns so many times.
Right, you know, I'm not a multiplayer guy. Will I get it if it's free? And, you know, something, since again, now that I have a PC, I can play it. Will I try it? Yeah, of course I will. It's fucking free.
And it's Halo, am
I gonna stick around? Like you said, 2 months later? Highly unlikely.
Do you ever play Halo 5's multiplayer?
If I did, it was with you. I literally don't play Halo multiplayer by myself, ever.
I don't think I played. If it was with me, then I don't think we played. But it felt very similar to Halo 5, which is like, even when the Infinite, like the Insider came out, like the beta, I played maybe, it was out for like a week. I played maybe 3 games in total. Like, the diehard Halo fan in me was like, after 3 games, I was like, I'm kind of bored and want to go play something else.
Very strong review.
Jesus. Dude.
Well,
and it was against bots. Like, that's the thing, too, is people, it was against fucking bots. And people are like, oh, man, I'm fucking playing this for 12 hours straight. It's like, dude, I get bored playing any game against people for 12 hours straight.
Except for Hunt.
I was actually about to say, I literally was going to top all of this off by being like, but you know what? We've been on Hunt, and we've been having a good time.
Yeah, we've been no-lifing Hunt over the past, I would say, about a month, and it's been a lot of fun.
It's so much fun.
I'm sure we talked about Hunt at some point.
We've slept on that game for like 2 years. Like, we got it when it very first was announced, played it a little bit, and then, yeah, like about a month ago, we've just started playing again. And it's like, dude, it's so much fun.
Yeah, really, really, you know, ending the cast on a positive note. A few positive notes, actually. But, yeah, Hunt, really enjoying it again. I know it's CryEngine. CryEngine looks great. But, like,
so
Hunt really does look, even though it's a 2018 game, it looks like it just came out.
It doesn't have ray tracing, but like it can compete with like ray tracing lighting in games.
Absolutely.
Like when the sun like is like setting and it's shining off like the swamp, it looks so good.
Yeah, and so we've really been enjoying it. You know, the combat, it's not a constant action game at all. It's definitely a build up, and then, you know, usually a big fight between your team and another team, or a few teams all at once.
Every now and again, like when the whole lobby converges on one spot, like it can get really fun. But a lot of times, yeah, it's a very cat and mouse, you know, think it out, strategize it, and then go from there.
It's I don't know if I've ever played a game where the phrase, the hunter becomes the hunted has ever applied more than hunt.
True.
Like,
And like,
you can think you have a situation totally under control and then get your fucking face blown off.
yeah, you'll be like, oh, we got this. And then like an arrow hits you from behind and you're like, that's it. That's the whole fucking game. And another thing too, and I think you said this too, like, we're not good at hunt. We will lose game after game after game, and we'll keep playing. We're like, hey, cool, 5th loss in a row. Let's go again. Like that,
Right,
that should tell you how much we enjoy the game, that we're getting our shit rocked. Sometimes immediately off our spawn, and we're like, all right, let's go again.
Right. The learning curve is massive in that game, but also the reward when you take out another team or another player is immense.
It's the most like rewarding game. Like if you get like a team wipe, it's like I don't even give a shit if we die. Like if we get a team wipe and then get shot in the back, I'm like, you know what, we took that other team out. That's a win in my book.
And then the other thing that we've been playing a lot is Original Talisman, which has been a lot of fun.
It's so good. You want us to tell them what our friend did and probably one of the dumbest moves in Talisman history?
Right. So the whole point of Talisman is to build your character up and you get this item called the Talisman, which you have to progress inside of the board game. And so they're really hard to get. The whole point of the game before you can advance is to get a Talisman. It's very difficult to do. I'm stressing this. Very, very difficult to get a Talisman.
The easiest way to get one is to hope that you randomly fucking draw one. And that's rare.
Yeah. Alternatively, you have to go complete a certain quest and then collect your Talisman after completing that quest. And so anyways, this person that we were playing with, our friend, he managed, I've never seen it before. He got like 4 random talismans.
He pulled 4 talismans.
And then he went to the fucking shop and started selling them to the AI, like to the quote unquote to the board game back for 1 gold each. Which, that's like some shitty fucking piece of like lumber that you would hit somebody with in the game goes for 1 gold. Yeah. So he's like selling the most valuable pieces in the game for a gold just because.
Yeah, it's
fucking
like
asshole.
It's like in real world, it would be like selling like a 10-carat diamond ring for like $5 and be like, "Hey, thanks, man." Yeah,
so,
we
great
were
fun.
Dumbfounded when we saw. We were like, "Wow!" Like,
great fun though. Great fun.
It is really fun. And I think we've mentioned it before, but regular Talisman Digital Edition, it goes on sale fairly often, and the base game when it goes on sale, it's $1.
It's literally $1.
If you want to get the 4 expansions that come with it, I think when that goes on sale, it was like what, $8, right? And it's the base game, 4 map expansions, and each expansion has like 2 to 4 characters each.
Right.
And that's $8. An amazing deal. We've gotten our money's worth so much. Also, one more thing I really wanted to talk about. We're pushing time, but something else I wanted to talk about. What do you think of this new Faz update?
The new Faz update is very scary, very good. Again, I know we've talked about Faz a ton on the podcast, so if you listen to us at all, you probably already know Faz. But it's the new update, reskinned everything. The lighting's better. The ghosts are more intense, more terrifying, much harder to deal with.
Different types of ghosts, like lots of different interactions. So the thing that got us was like, the spirit box, you should just be like the staticky radio thing. And you would ask ghosts like, "Where are you?" And it would just sound like a staticky walkie-talkie voice. It was always male, and it would just be like, "Behind, old," like just very static things like that. Yeah, here. But like I said, it sounded like it was coming through like a 1980s like cell phone, very low quality. This new spirit box, we were playing, and I put it down, and I was like, "Where are you?" And it was like a whispery like female voice, and it was like, "I'm behind you." And I was like, holy shit, that was the most terrifying thing I've ever heard in a game. And like, oh yeah, and then when it's hunting, the ghost is just like, dude.
It was a little kid ghost too, so it was like humming like a nursery rhyme.
Dude, there was one time when I was playing with my friends, we asked the ghost to question the spirit box, and it was just like, we were like, "Where are you?" And it was like sounded like some demonic summoning shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm out. See you, man. But it's like, no, that game being made by one person, it had such a great overhaul, and I think this is something that we talked about on a couple of casts, which is why I brought it up. Is like fun game, but we were starting to get burn out and like kind of bored by it. And then this update comes out, and it's like playing the game all over again.
Yep, I agree.
So I can't wait to see what he does like in the future. I mean, if the updates are doing this good, only thing he hasn't updated, I really want him to update the character animations, because you can sprint now, but your character still just does the really shitty walking emote just really fast across the room. It's pretty fun. Part of me is almost like, don't fix that, because it's really funny to watch, but you know, that game's already.
Do you think he's gonna implement a facial scan feature to monitor the children playing the games?
I mean, he probably should, and then, you know, maybe like sell that data to the government, and then if you get too scared or your hunt takes too long, your computer just blows up.
Well, I guess since I know we're pushing time, my closing thought, and something that we'll touch on more next time, is that another positive thing to hang our hat on in the night on is that the Dead Space remake is looking awesome.
Oh, it's looking so good. I wanted to save that till last time or next time because I want to read more into it. But yeah,
we're just letting you guys know. We're going to talk about it more. It looks awesome.
Yeah, we're both massive Dead Space fans. This game is looking great, and there's a lot of good news already coming from it. And I can't wait. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Like I said, we're ending on a high note since we started off on a very piss poor note. I'm gonna, like I said, we're probably gonna end this cast, and then I was gonna pull up my phone and get facial scanned, and so I can't play any games for like the rest of the week. Sound pretty good to you?
They're not. You're. It's not the rest of the week. You're not allowed to play any games for any amount of time from Monday through Friday.
Oh yeah, fuck, that's right. Yep, never mind. Well, yeah. Let me open my phone right now, and I'm banned. Let's go, right, boys. Well, this has been episode 50 of the fucking KillCam shitcast.
Yeah, the shitcast.
You were about to say poop, weren't you?
No.
Oh yeah. Are you smiling?
Are you?
I'm the warrior.
We're gonna get that deal now. Big old sandfish. We're gonna get that deal to it now.
Nice.
No.
Nice.
No.
Fuck this cast.
No.